In this video, we're going to be taking a look at every single character, ability, and evolution you can unlock inside the Squad Busters. Starting off with all the troops and abilities and evolutions you can unlock from the green world. The first up is the baby barbarian, a melee fight with good damage. Then when evolved the classic, he becomes an elite after bashing lots of baddies, and super goes elite instantly when with another barbarian. Next up is the baby goblin, who gives 3 coins because he's a supplier unit, and each unit has different classes, so do bear that in mind, my friends. Then at classic evolution, he increases the coins given to 6, and at super fusion, goblin gives a secret stash of 15 coins, and I wish I had one of them in real life so I could get some coins to put in my bank account. Next up we have Greg, good old Greg, and he chops trees for loot. At classic, he chops trees twice as fast, and at super, trees drop twice as much loot. Quite a handy unit to have inside of your squad. Moving on to Colt, who's another super familiar face. He has a range fire with high damage. At classic, boosts 4 foes to fire bullet storm, and at super, bullet storm deals much more damage. And we have El Primo, who is a defender with tons of health, a great little tank to have inside your squad. Evolve the classic, you get the ability where you need to boost 5 foes to do a flying elbow drop, and super flying elbow drop deals more damage. And we have the chicken, and the baby chicken will give you 1 turbo boost to your team. Classic will spawn up to 3 hatchlings at a time, and super increases turbo boots given up to 2. Low-key, one of my favourite squaddies. And we have Medic, who is a healer and heals the whole squad over time, and a classic throw strong heal packs when idle. And at super, passive heal gets stronger and faster, another super useful unit to have inside of your squad. Moving on to Dynamite, who tosses big explosions. In classic, he will throw a second stick of dynamite, and at super, Dynamite gets a larger blast. We also have Hog Rider, where grass gives a burst of turbo. Classic Evo, turbo lasts longer, and super Evo, turbo recharges faster. We also have my favourite with the witch, who continuously spawns skeletons, and the classic evolution summons more skeletons, and at super evolutions gives a skeleton battle spell, and she's absolutely OP. And another Supercell classic with the Barb King makes your melee units attack faster, and evolve the classic occasionally pummels enemies with his iron fist, and at super evolution recovers health when not attacking. And we can't have a Barb King without an Archer Queen. An Archer Queen makes your range units attack faster. A classic occasionally fires exploding arrows, and evolve the super, she also regens health when not attacking. Moving on to the characters you unlock from the desert world. And Shelly's ability boosts 5 foes to fire Super Shell, and a classic deals a large amount of health after Super Shell, and at super, she shoots a second barrel with her normal attack. Next up we've got Bo, and Bo's ability deals 100% more damage to monsters, and in classic deals even more damage to monsters, and in super occasionally drops a mine when stopping. And we have Nita, and Nita's ability summons a tough bear to defend the squad, and a classic Nita after a while resummons her bear if boosted, and in super, Bear gets enraged after boosting a foe. Next up we have Bay, and Bay's ability lets them pick up a hive to get a circle of bees, and in classic, hive gives 1 extra bee, and in super, bees last for much longer. Next up we've got the Battle Healer, and the Battle Healer's ability boosts squad's health by 400, and in classic, heals a squad after opening a chest, and in super, increases the squad's health boost to 600. Finally we have Max, and Max's ability activates a squad speed boost, and in classic, boosting foes extends the speed boost, and super Max, his speed boost charges faster. Next up we have all the characters from the royal world. First up we have Mavis, and Mavis can pick carrots for coins, and classic Mavis, you get bonus coins for fully picking a carrot patch, and at super, carrots picked heal your squad. Next up we have the trader, and the trader's ability gives 1 gem for every 15 coins collected, and a classic heals the squad slightly when given gems, and at super increases the gems given by 2. And we've also got the wizard, and the wizard's ability gives a random spell, and a classic lets you hold 2 spells at once, and at super adds a chance for a monster to drop a spell as well. And next up we've got Pam, and Pam's ability builds a heal station after opening a chest, and classic Pam's heal station emits a heal surge when destroyed, and Super Pam gives a heal station spell. Moving on to the Royal King, and his ability deploys a royal recruits after opening a chest, and a classic, extra kings in the squad deploy extra recruits, and at super, gives a raw delivery spell containing an elite recruit. And finally, we've got my favourite with Mortis, and Mortis's ability is revive up to 3 boosted monsters into the squad, and a classic revive monsters turn into bats, and its super allows reviving up to 4 monsters, which sounds absolutely OP. And finally, we have all the characters you can unlock from the beach world. Heavy, and Heavy is a beefy defender that shoots his huge machine gun faster when staying in place, and in classic form heals himself when shooting faster, so you basically heal when you are standing in place shooting. And in super form you increase max shooting speed, meaning you will do more damage and heal even faster. And next up we have Penny, and baby Penny will discover a hidden treasure. So Red X shows up on the map when you have Penny in your squad. When you go to the said Red X, treasure will reveal itself, and in classic, the treasure you find will sometimes spawn a key to use on chest, which is a huge W. And in Super Evo, treasure sometimes spawns hearts, which will heal your squad members. Next up we have like if you found this video informative, and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all the top tier Squad Busters content. Finally, we have my personal favourite with Tank, and Tank takes control of tanks found in maps. Simply run up to a tank if you have Tank in your squad, and she will jump into a tank and take control of it. And in Classic, tanks overdrive their attack speed, occasionally meaning they will fire quicker, resulting in more damage. And Super Tank starts with overdrive, meaning you're going to do more damage right off rip when you take control of a tank. So there's all the characters, abilities and evolutions you can unlock inside the Squad Busters. Subscribe for more Squad Busters content.